one of the things people struggle with the most, really, is writing a review. So what I want to do is just give you a brief template for a review that works fairly well. It's one I use. You only need to write sort of 500-600 words, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Depends on the amount of information available. You don't want to overload people. And what you'll find is when people are buying more expensive products, they want a more in-depth review. So the higher the value of the product, the more in-depth and detailed your review needs to be. You can split it over multiple pages. You can just have it on a single page. It's up to you. But this is a very, very simple template. So we're going to run through it and I'm going to show you what we do. Now, what we have is we have the title, so it's a product review, and you'd have your keyword phrase, and then you might have something like review, reviewed, or something like that to tell them that you're reviewing it. Then you'd have a company, and obviously it's Amazon via, and then if it's via a third-party seller, you'd have this in. Otherwise, you just take it out via Amazon. And then you'd put a price range in. Now, the reason you have to put a price range in is Amazon's terms of service state that you cannot put an exact price in. You could put something like 54% saving on RRP, for example. Now, obviously, Amazon offers some big savings. You may want to look at the products for sale. Quite often what you'll see is people will be selling their versions of the product, second-hand copies, new copies. So you put a price range, $300 to $340, something like that, You can do a price range like that. It's entirely up to you which way you do it. But one thing that works quite well is if you put the price range in and then you can put something like typically you can expect a 54% saving. So if we put it like this, this tends to work reasonably well. Like typically something like that, something that gives people an idea that they're going to make a saving if they click through. And this percentage saving can sometimes make a huge difference in you making your sales, because people will have gone to a shop, they'll have seen that their Fuji 79 beam camera would be $1,000, but if they come here and find that it's actually it's only $800, chances are they're going to order it because they can get a good deal, and people like to save money. So that's why we do that. Then we'd have a little bit about who would buy it. So you give an overview of your target market. You start to identify with them. You might say people who are looking for, and this helps to qualify people so that they know they're in the right place. Then you tend to have a brief overview. Now remember, when you write this stuff, you need to use your keyword in it, you need to use your LSI keywords, but don't go overboard with your keywords. Don't put your keywords, try and stuff it in. Write naturally and use your keyword where it comes in. Don't try and force it into the product review, because it will just sound odd. Remember, these are things that real people are going to read. So it has to sound good and it has to sound convincing. So your intro and overview, that basically gives an overview of the product, what it is, why it's on the market, what it's, has it succeeded a previous model, etc., etc. So a bit of an overview of the product, a bit of an introduction to it. Then we'll talk about the pros. So the pros are what's good about it. And don't be gushingly positive and write for weeks about it. 3 or 4 paragraphs will do. Point out the really major good points of it. What's good about it. What's bad about it. Sorry, not what's bad about it. What's good about it. What do people like. What's useful about it. Is it easy to assemble. Is it easy to use. Etc. etc. This information you can all find typically on Amazon or by having a look around. Don't copy and paste anything. Rewrite it all. You want absolutely unique content. Then you'd have a section on the cons. This is, what's wrong with it. If you want to sell something, don't turn around and say, well, it's absolutely rubbish, don't buy it. Unless it genuinely is, in which case, why are you selling it in the first place? So pick a couple of minor flaws. You may say, you may say, well, I don't know, you may say it doesn't come with a certain widget, or this screw was hard to tighten, or whatever it might be. But quite often what you can do is you can use this to upsell. So what you can say is, well, this particular model of camera doesn't come with any memory cards, unlike other cameras on the market. However, we recommend this memory card from here, and as a good companion, and you sell them the memory card. And quite often what you'll find is people buy the camera and they buy the memory card as well from you. So that's very, very good. Now the next section, I like this one, the guarantee. That's always very, very good. The guarantee is where you just pretty much state the Amazon guarantee, unless it's from a different reseller. And that just gives them peace of mind. They know they've got a guarantee. They're not going to buy it and be left with a lemon. They know that they've got 60 days, they can send it back, not a problem, everything's okay, we can all live happily ever after. So state the guarantee there. Then what we do is we have value for money. This is our, basically it's a summary. You restate a few of the pros. You say, yeah, it's really good. You say, I like this, I like this, I like that. Yes, it's good value for money. And then you have the where to buy links at the bottom. So you link to the product there, and then you can link to some of the Amazon reviews. And these will have your associate's ID in, so you've cookied them, and if they buy, you make the sale. One thing that you can do is you may, if you're a member of Commission Junction or somewhere else like that, you may find that not only is the product available from Amazon, but it's available from 3 or 4 other places. So sometimes you can have multiple links here as well for sort of 3 or 4 retailers, and you could even perhaps put a price range next to each one rather than the exact price, or just leave it as is. And this is all going to help you to make your sales, because it's a good review, it's easy to write. You're looking at 20 to 30 minutes maximum to write one of these reviews, if that, to be perfectly truthful with you. And it's very, very good. People love product reviews, and once they read this, you are helping them to make their buying decision. They've already decided they want to buy. They know it's what they want. So they've come searching for information in most cases to help them to justify that decision, to say, yes, it is what I really want. Yes, I do want to buy it. So, by you doing this, it is gonna help a lot for you to find the people that buy. You're going to have a good conversion rate from it. Now, one thing you can do is you can do product comparisons. Now, we'll go on to the next video now, and we're going to talk about product comparisons, because the reviews are fairly simple, but you can really start to maximize your income when you start moving on to product reviews, product comparison reviews, where you compare more than one product. You can use this same template. So this template is in the accompanying manual, so copy and paste it and use it, and use this in your product comparisons, and you're really going to find some significant increases in your conversion rates, and also in your profits.